Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial from Sound for More. It's Leo speaking. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the canvas inside Loopy Pro. That is where you can design your own UI with Loopy Pro. Before I start, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. So I've just created a new project, and the first thing I want to show you is down here on the bottom right, you have these two controls. The first one, if you click on it, it will create another clip. And this is a circle round clip, which means it goes into a loop. And the next one, create instead a rectangle, which means it plays once. So let me demonstrate that to you. Click Alt, swipe up, and let's load a sample like this one. As you know, you import it, and then you can set it to play, right? No problem there. And as you look at the settings here, you have volume, balance, pitch, speed, your phase locking, which we have seen in one of the first tutorial, and then you have the choice of playing a loop or play once. You have your playback settings and also your recording settings. And at the bottom here, you have global, group settings, and also follow action, which we started to look at one of the previous tutorial, and the gesture. So those are the basics one, and we haven't covered them all yet, but we will progress with the explanation of all of them. Now let's go to the next clip. And let's import another loop from the document picker, like this one. We import it like so. And if I click just on it, it plays it and stops immediately. So you have to hold. Let me show you. So you click and hold, and then it will play as long as you hold your, as long as you touch the screen or you hold your mouse button down. Let's look at the settings of this, and as you can see, a bit different. And you don't see that a loop or play once, but of course you could still go into your playback settings and, for example, say I still want play and stop quantization as an example. And if you were to do that, you see you have that applied also to that. It will play only once. Okay, let's stop there for a moment, and let's go into the canvas. But before we do that, let's load the same loops on the first clip here, and also on the second one as well, so that we have something to play when we change the layout and add widgets. Okay, perfect. So you see down here, you have this pencil. Just click on it. As you can see, you enter this view. It looks very busy, but actually it is very simple. Let's start from the bottom first. Here you have, again, selection to go back to the main looping view, the sequencer. Then here you have three modes. The first one is the default one where we create widget, change the layout. The second one is where we change the colors, and I'm going to show you how it works easily now, because if you select the green color here, just select the green color, and then you go on one of the clip here, you click on it, you make that of green color. If you want to reset it, change the color at the bottom there, and then fill it in again. You have the option to add additional colors here. And also, as I demonstrated just a moment ago, if you click again on the color, you go on to the settings for the particular color as well. If you move forward, the next one allows you to group clips. Let me demonstrate very quickly. Click and hold on the first one, move it to the right hand side, and you effectively create a group between the two. What it means is that if I click on the first one, because it is on a group with the second clip, they will play together. If you don't like that, of course, go back to the edit view on the canvas, and then click somewhere there, and then you have the option to set it to all loops play and mute together, or one loop at a time, which is really nice. Try that. And you can also remove clip 1 from the group and you go back to where you were at the beginning. So just remember that. On the bottom right hand side, you have that MIDI icon, which allows you to go into the MIDI learn, for which I will create a specific tutorial later on. Okay, let's go back to the first view. Now, you see all these arrows here? So they are like zooming out, but towards different directions. So click this one at the top, you zoom out, but from the top. The one here at the bottom, you zoom out, but at the bottom. The same on the left-hand side. The same here on the right-hand side. And the reason that they have been created is to create space around your layout, so that you can add additional controls. You see also these minus symbols here. They're used to delete either rows in this way or columns in this way. So let me show you. Click here, the minus, I remove this row. Click here again, I remove this row. Click again here, I remove this row. And then I can remove these 2 rows, clicking on the minus there and the minus there, and also the last one here. And I go back to the default view. Simple, right? Let's go back to the canvas view and let's create more space so that we can add additional controls. Like so, a little bit more space. Okay. So, first of all, you see a pencil on each of the clip. So you click on them and you go into the, again, settings for that particular clip. Okay, just remember that. What you see at the bottom here are widgets, and you can add widgets to your screen, as I will show you in a moment, to customize it. So the first one is the one which we already seen, is a clip which play a sample or in a loop. So if you click and hold, it will show you an option to delete it or copy, and also will allow you to see the handles, which you can use to change the size, like so. And if they're not visible, you can also move it, and when you release, they will come available again. Okay? Click and hold, of course, and you delete it, but you can also copy it. The next one is the one which we already seen, is that clip which play only once, which can be set to play only when you hold. Okay, again, you can click and hold and move it on the screen, and also resize it as well, and change the property inside. As you can see at the top, it still says that it's a clip. So let's remove that. The next one is a button. So click and hold and change the size. And if you go inside the property, you can see it says at the top button. And you can see it is a button because from the property that you have available. So you can say when the button is pressed as an action, press the plus sign, we're going to play and stop what? The target, a specific clip. First one, click save, back, click outside. So when we press the button, the first clip will play. Let's go back to the main loop view and let's click on the button, see what happens. As you can see, you have quantization on, so he's waiting for that. And of course, you can click it to stop as well. So as you can see, it's very easy to customize your view. Next, let's add another control. This is a dial, really nice. And this is used to trigger action, but also to change values, parameters. So let's click on it and to edit it. You can see on the top it says dial, number 1. And the first action that you can perform with it is a value change. So let's click on that. And let's adjust the parameter. And let's target again that first clip, like so. And let's set it there as a volume. That's perfectly fine. So let's click outside and test it. So let's click play, and then I will show you that I can change the volume, changing the position on the dial. And it's quite nice. As you click, you can start to move up and down, and it shows you that a nice interface, which is really nice for Loopy Pro. So let's go back to the canvas, and let's remove that dial. Let's delete that. And also let's delete that button. Next, we have two types of, as you can see, sliders, an horizontal one and also a vertical one. And again, you can activate one of them and then just decide what they will do when a value change, when is they pressed, when is released, etc., etc. So it is quite nice. Again, as an example, you could say the first one where you can do a value change, and when you do that, we target again the first clip, and we are going to change, why not, the speed. On the second one, we are going to target again that same clip, but this time we're going to change the pitch. So I think this is the pitch, and the first one is the speed. Let's change a little bit the formatting, the position. Let's make them bigger, like so, and like so. Click, and then you see the handles, which you can resize them. So let's try them. So let's play the first clip and then adjust the pitch and speed. And of course, you can customize them further. So for example, you can say when there is a double tap, okay, and you can do something else. You can adjust the parameter again. So up to you really how you want to set the different action for each of the different object in your view. So okay, so let's go back to the canvas. Let's remove these two again, and let's see other widgets. So the next one is quite nice. It's an XY pod. So what I would like to do is go back to the loop view, go to the mixer, and add an effect on the first color, a low pass, like so. The reason I've done that is because now I can control some of the parameters of that effect. So let's first of all change the size of this, like so. And then what we're going to do is we can set it to be always on, or you have to hold to be on. Then we click customize, and we can say on the X value, when that changes, we are going to do there effect action, adjust effect parameter. We're going to target that low pass, and we're going to change the cutoff. Really nice. Then we click on it again, and we say when the Y value change, we are going to adjust an effect parameter, the same effect, but this time we are going to adjust the Q or the resonance. So let's test it now. Very nice indeed. Let's also check that the pitch and the speed are default. So 1 like that, 0 semitone, and 1 time speed. So they play as default. Okay, let's remove that. As you can see, very nice control. Then next we have, oh, this one is really, really nice. So let's change the size of it again. And I'm going to give you an introduction. Let's click edit. And this one is a button grid. Really, really nice. So let's, and you have a lot of different options, but for now I give you just an introduction. So let's click on customize. And let's say that when we press the first button, press 1, we are going to play and stop the first clip like so. Really nice. Then when we press the second button, we are going to play and stop the second clip like so. So let's try it. Let's press this button. There you go. Press again, it stops. Let's press the second button. So as you can see, I've programmed the first 2 buttons to play and stop the first 2 clips. Really nice indeed. Next and finally, we have another widget, and it's a text. So click and move that where you like. Then you can resize it again. Okay, and of course you can bin them, move them down there. Okay, and you can of course have action on them again. You click and you can edit the text and what they do for each specific action. So really nice. Additionally, what I want to show you is that you have pages as well. Here it says A. So we are on page number A, or page A, called A, but you can also click on it and rename it if you like. If you click on the plus sign, you can create another page. And here's where maybe you add different controls as well. And you can move from one page to another. And indeed, what you can also do is ensure that you can change also between one page to another. So you can look at the different actions here, and you find page action. So you can switch page or you can copy page, etc. So really, really powerful. So I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the canvas, and see you at the next video. Thank you. Bye.